We all know that Madam Web is a movie that is more stinky than a skunk, but the only thing during this Madam Web event that has been remotely entertaining is the press tour, because we have gone so many memeable moments throughout this tour. Like, we found out that Dakota Johnson doesn't even text the Spider-Girls, and on top of that, she called this movie AI generated, and so many more funny things. But one thing I think people missed out on, and I find personally funny, is that one of the producers of the movie is making a case for why Madam Web is better than other superhero movies. That's right, so Lorenzo Di Beneventura is a producer, not a writer, actor, or director. He is a producer for Madam Web, and that is important because he is one of those guys who only cares about the spectacle and the money-making power of movies than the actual story itself. I mean, just look at the catalog of films he's produced. He's produced almost every Transformers movie, almost every G.I. Joe movie, both Meg movies, Snake Eyes, and of course Madam Web. And just about none of those movies are thoughtful, which is why when he makes a case for things Madam Web has over the current superhero blockbuster competition, I just find it so funny. Because one thing he said that makes Madam Web different is that it has multiple origin stories going down at the same time. Like, to him, that's different and cool, but I'm telling you right now, you lost everyone in the room, because a movie with multiple origin stories is more jarring than having to study organic chemistry. I mean, did you see Eternals? Did you see how many origin stories are in this movie? That's right, there were a lot, and that's a big reason why a lot of people didn't like Eternals. I mean, granted, sometimes it can be done smoothly, like in Black Panther 2, but that's when the studio actually cares about the movie, and clearly these guys didn't care. And seeing multiple origin stories is nothing new, and more often than not, it's never done well. But another thing that he mentioned is that Madam Web has the advantage of storytelling, and that this movie is grounded. Now, if you don't know what it means for a movie to be grounded, it means that it's relatable and you can connect with the characters on a personal level. Now, explain to me how Madam Web does that, because by the end of the movie, I did not care for Madam Web. I didn't relate to her at all. I related more to the person falling asleep next to me in the theater. But Mr. Bonaventura decides to go deeper into this point by saying in our movie, Cassie Webb thinks she's going insane. The struggle to understand what is happening, I think, is much deeper in this movie than other comic book films. What are you talking about? This is superhero movie 101, and that's creating a character with godlike abilities and making them struggle in the real world. But how do you think Madam Web shows that in a deeper way than other comic films? Bro, this movie is the most shallow demonstration of character depth ever since the damn Emoji movie. I mean, I am royally curious as to what movies he's talking about, because almost every single movie, hell, even the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie, had a character that was more relatable than Madam Web. Like, these goobers are thinking that they're reinventing the condom by making this movie, but no, you threw every single superhero trope that you could think of into this film and just said that it's relatable because that is the vanilla answer everyone gives to describe their film. But yeah, thanks for watching.